Hello fellow film enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays here on my channel, my version of Throwback Thursdays. Today's movie is a request by the YouTube channel Opfilm. That a while ago they had requested that I review the 1934 movie Stamboul Quest starring my favorite actress of all time, Myrna Loy. It took me quite a while to find this movie again because it is not on DVD. It's floating around on the interwebs and I finally found it. So Opfilm, this review of Stamboul Quest is for you. Stamboul Quest is about a spy, a female spy, named Anne-Marie, played by Myrna Loy. It takes place during World War I, and she is a really good spy. She's kind of like tough as nails a little bit. That's how I see her at the beginning. She really doesn't take crap from anyone. And she is working for a guy named Von Strum. Herr Von Strum, played by Lionel Atwell. She actually is made to be the one who reports on Mata Hari, that Mata Hari is in Paris and she's romancing a Russian officer. And there's things that she has to do. There's a new mission she's got to go on. She's got to go to Constantinople and get information from this commanding officer, Ali Bey. And at the beginning of the movie, the reason why she reports on Mata Hari is because, as I said, she falls in love with a Russian, and she reassures Von Strum that she would never fall in love. That's not what she does. She doesn't want to fall in love on the job. But of course, she winds up doing so. She gets mixed up with an American that is studying in Germany named Douglas Beal, played by George Brent, and she starts falling in love with him. He is like a lovesick puppy after her, and she kind of falls for his charms, and then that gets her in trouble and kind of screws her up in the end. But of course, this is a movie from 1934, and it is going to end on a happy note. There was no such thing as ending on a sad note in old movies. Very, very rare if it did. So just know that it does end up on a nice note. I remember watching Stamboul Quest for the first time probably like quite a few years ago, and I really, really liked it. I thought it was good. I liked the story. I liked Myrna Loy. I love it because I think this was a pre-code movie. This was in 34 before the code was enacted and really forced. And oh boy, the beginning, like when you see Myrna Loy, she's like stripping down for a bath. She's all like risque. Even her clothing's risque. Some of the lines, some of the things that they say in this movie, I love it. I recently watched it, as I said, I recently found this movie again, and I thought the romance was a little bit cheesy. I'm like, my god, even for me, and I've seen the cheesiest old Hollywood movies, and this was like, ooh, like with some of the I'll always love you, and you're the reason I want to live, things like that. I thought that was a little bit too much this time, but for the most part, I still love Stamboul Quest. I still think it's an excellent Myrna Loy movie. She's perfect as a spy. Like, if she was around today, I would have loved to have seen her in a spy movie. Like, I can see her being this seductive spy, or like just back in World War I, and God, I just love Myrna Loy. Really, she can just do no wrong in my eyes. George Brent, I love him as an actor, and I really like seeing him with Myrna Loy. Myrna Loy could just have like chemistry with a broom, I think, and George Brent, I think, is the same way. He was very charming. I've seen him in quite a few movies with a few different actresses, and he was just always very good with whoever he was paired with. Lionel Atwell, I love seeing him in movies too. He's always like the bad guy, or just like the guy who's up to no good, whatever have you, and I like him. He's just one of those good character actors, and I always enjoy seeing him. Whenever I see his name in a movie, I'm like, I gotta go find this. Or if I see it, if I'm watching a movie and I don't realize he's in it, I'm like, yes, Lionel Atwell's in it. If you haven't seen Stamboul Quest, I will put a link to where I found it down at the bottom in the description, and I really hope you guys go watch it. If you haven't seen Stamboul Quest, it's not a bad classic movie. As I said, I really like it. I like the idea of the story. Just like, I'm not a very romantic person, so the romance aspect of it, I was like, yeah, it was alright. But really, you can't go wrong with Myrna Loy in a movie. She is so fabulous, and George Brent is just a delight to see in any movie, and the two of them together were perfect. So that was my review of Stamboul Quest for Opfilm. I hope you really enjoyed this review, and I hope the rest of you, whoever watches this review, enjoyed it too. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below so we can further discuss Stamboul Quest if you have seen it. Would love to talk about Myrna Loy. Even if you're just a Myrna Loy fan, you haven't seen Stamboul Quest, please leave your comments there. Anything about the movie, anything about Myrna Loy. And if you have any suggestions of any classic movies or any newer movies you would like me to watch, just like Opfilm did, leave those in the comments. And if you, as you can see, if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Classic Movie Thursdays and other Let's Get Reelz movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.